Okay, I am reading The Fastest Girl on Earth. This is about Kitty O'Neill. She was a daredevil driver. She was also the fastest woman on Earth. There's some interesting facts in here as it plays out. I am reading this to my pets if they're listening because I am home, not been feeling well, had to get a COVID test. I have to figure out what's going on. Also, I'm trying to do it with this, so not very simple. So this is the story of Kitty O'Neill. She was the fastest girl on Earth. She could hear the motor rumbling, but she could not hear the motor rumbling, but she could feel it in her bones. The flat desert stretched out in front of her. A mountain rose in the distance. So if you're going to be the fastest woman on Earth, you're going to have to do it somewhere where it's pretty flat, right? Photographers snapped pictures of a rocket-powered car. Mechanics checked the three wheels. Newspaper reporters scribbled in their notebooks. Fans cheered. She could not hear their cheering, but she could feel it in her bones. I'll get to why she can't hear their cheering in a little bit. She tapped her pedal, the motor revved, vapor streamed into the air. She gripped the steering wheel. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Kitty O'Neill was the speediest kid in Corpus Christi, Texas. She loved the wind whipping through her hair, the blur of trees and grass and clouds, all her senses sharpened. Kitty begged her father for a ride on their old lawnmower. She pumped her fists, the fastest girl on Earth. And to do this one-handed is not exactly the easiest thing in the world. I apologize. It's really hard to do this one-handed. Kitty lost her hearing in a childhood fever, but that didn't slow her down, not even a little. She went faster and farther than everyone she knew, faster and farther in everything she did, swimming, diving, and jumping. So let's go back to the beginning where she says she can feel it in her bones because we were just told she lost her hearing. Kitty grew up to be a daredevil, an athlete so fearless that crowds gathered to watch her in action. She became a stunt woman, filming exciting scenes for movies. So the stunt women are the ones who actually jump out of airplanes in a movie when you're watching it. Kitty set records as the fastest water skier and the fastest boat driver, but what she wanted most was to be the fastest driver. That's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. She chose a rocket-powered car called the Motivator and started training to break the women's land speed record of 308 miles an hour. Kitty could not hear a countdown, so she asked a crew member to sign the numbers with his fingers. At 0, Kitty slammed the pedal to the floor. Kitty practiced going faster and faster and faster without losing control. Finally, she was ready to go faster than any woman on Earth. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. When she hit 0, what'd she do? Slam her foot to the floor. Kitty slammed the pedal to the floor. The motor vibrated. The wheels churned up dust. The Motivator blasted across the desert. In seconds, Kitty was going 100, 200, 300 miles per hour. She struggled to keep the car from spinning out of control. The motivator shook. Kitty's senses sharpened. 618 miles per hour. The record was 308, guys. 618, pretty intense. Kitty eased up on the pedal, the motivator slowed, and the shaking stopped and the dust settled. So she's pulling the parachute, which they do in the NHRA, because it helps slow the car down, because these cars are flying as fast as they can. Now, the NHRA doesn't do 600 miles an hour. They do about 330 in 1,000 feet. Still pretty quick. Kitty pumped her fists. She had smashed the land speed record. She was the fastest woman on Earth. That day, Kitty became a new hero. A toy company made a Kitty action figure. A film company made a Kitty movie. Everywhere she went, fans cheered. Kitty could not hear their cheering, but she could feel it in her bones. Say hi to Caesar. That's the one I was reading too. So here's a little bit about from the author's note on this. The author became interested in Kitty O'Neill, who passed away in 2018, after a member of my own family lost her hearing. Kitty lost hers as an infant due to a fever from measles, mumps, and smallpox, but she didn't let deafness get in her way. Deaf people can do anything, she told a newspaper, Never Give Up. Kitty was born in Corpus Christi, Texas, of Cherokee descent. What does that mean? She was Native American. She always loved exciting sports, winning at swimming and diving competitions, and even training for the 1964 Olympic diving team. She moved on to hang gliding, scuba diving, skydiving, and motorcycle racing. She set speed records on water skis and in boats. Her fearlessness led to work as a stunt woman in the movie business, where she filmed thrilling jumps and car chases. In December 1976, Kitty set out to break the women's land speed record in the SMI Motivator, her three-wheeled rocket-powered car. Driving on a clay flat in Oregon's Alvord Desert, she reached a top speed of 618 miles an hour. Now, you have to back up the speed. This comes from experience, 10 years, 8-second heads-up Mustang. I was a crew member. I have friends deep in the NHRA. To set a record, you have to be able to back it up. So you don't do it once, you have to do it twice. Her world record, an average of 2 runs, was measured at 512 miles per hour. That was more than 200 miles per hour faster than the old record. Kitty devoted herself to helping children with disabilities, particularly those with hearing impairments. She inspired them to conquer their fears and follow their dreams, just as she always did. I'm not afraid of anything, Kitty declared. That's what's so inspiring about this book. It's also misleading. You don't realize it. A woman can do anything a man can. But not only that, Kitty was Native American descent with a disability. And she still went out there and rocked the world. So just remember, no matter who you are, no matter what color your skin is, no matter if you have a disability or not, you can do anything you put your mind to.